Hey crafters, it's Artsy Craftsy Phoebe once again, and today I'm going to show you how I made these cards. These are the cards I made for my swaps for the Onstage this Saturday, April 8th, and it's the first time I'm going to attend Onstage and I'm pretty excited. So let's get started. So let's get started with a piece of cardstock. I used mint macaron and it's 8.5 by 4.25. It's scored at 3.5 and at 5 inches. So you're gonna have two score lines there. I got my big shot right here. I'm gonna be using my circle die. So this die, the diameter is 3.25 inches. So you can use any die you have, but this is what I have, so this is what I'm using. So because I'm partial die cutting, I want to split my cardstock in half. So that's 2 1/8. So I'm just marking it at 2 1/8 and lightly lining it. So there's the middle. Okay, now what we want to do is, this is my circle die. As you can see, I've marked the 4 centers. So on our first score line, line up, I'm gonna line up my die cut so it's lining up on my 4 lines. There you go. So what we're gonna do is cut it just before the score line. So up till the score line, that's where we're cutting. So let's do that. So I'm just gonna put the top piece right up to the score line. Push it in and crank it. And now we can move this over to the other side and do the same thing. So this is my second score line right here. So I'll line up my marks right there. So I don't know if you can see that. There you go. So we're gonna cut just this part, so just up till the score line once again. Let's just do that again. All right, so that's all of our cutting for the base. So I gotta be honest, doing it for one card is easy, but mass producing this card, I use my Cricut because I have no patience doing this for 30 cards. So there's our cuts. Now we can erase our line. Okay, and for the inside of our card, so I just did the same thing. What I did was I did it on a piece of cardboard. I cut it and then I traced it on my Whisper White cardstock and then cut it out. So same thing. So we will need 2 of those. But like I said, I cheated when I mass produced it. I used my Cricut. It's just much easier. I'll start with stamping this card. For my inks, I used the Sweet Sugar Plum, Dapper Denim, Crushed Curry, and Mossy Meadow. And I'm going to start with my Dapper Denim. And I used Timeless Texture stamp set, and I used this stamp to cover the front of my card. So it's mounted right here. So I'm just stamping all over. And that's our front of the card. And we can start sponging. So grab your 2 pieces. I'm gonna start with the crushed curry. Grab your sponge. I'm just lightly sponging, kind of a Y. So it's a, I don't know. Okay, so that's the crushed curry, and now I'm going to be using the sweet sugar plum. Okay, and lastly, the Dapper Denim. You can move on to our stamping. So for my stamping, I used this stamp set right here, Wild About Flowers. I love this stamp set. Alright, so I used this set right here. The Mossy Meadow. And I'm going to start with this edge over here. And overlap the second one down here. And then another up high. And then one down here again. And one up here again. Okay. And for the inside, this is where you're gonna write your note. I just wanted to be off to the side here, just one, and that's it. And then now I can put the flowers. As you can see, it is well loved, as it is stained. All right, so just lining these up. Okay, now I'm just cleaning off my stamp because I want to stamp these little buds down here. So I'm just inking these top two buds. And there, it's done. We can work on our sentiment. So for my sentiment, I chose this stamp set right here, and I used this stamp. What a beautiful blessing you are to me. I think that's just beautiful. So I want it stamped right up top here. And get my anti-static tool and my Versamark ink and my white embossing powder as well. So when I was mass producing this card, I used my Misty tool because that just made my life easy. Alright, so the only thing left to do is do the butterfly. So I have a scrap piece of paper right here, and of course I used my watercolor wing stamp set, and I used these 3 small butterflies right there. Okay, so the first step is using the crushed curry ink pad, and that's the most solid. Okay, just stamp that. The second one was the Flirty Flamingo one. No, Sweet Sugar Plum, sorry. Sweet Sugar Plum. And just line that up. So same thing, when I was mass producing this, I used my Misty tool. Okay, and then the last step was using my Dapper Denim. Okay, and there's my butterfly. So I just cut that out, sprayed it with my glitter mist, and there's one right there. Okay, now we can start putting our card together. Here's my glue. Okay, so this card you fold like that, and then the other card goes to the front. The other score line goes to the front. So there's your swing mechanism. Okay, so we need to glue this piece, the one where you're gonna write your note, to the front. Okay. So I like to use my glue for this because it allows me to move it a bit. Okay, and then the back piece would be this one. Okay, so now when you flip it, there's your art piece, and there's where you write your note. Okay, and now just need to glue the butterfly. So I'm just using glue dots. I want my butterfly down here, and then you can fluff it up. And there's the card. So of course I sprayed my cards with my glimmer spray as usual. No card is a card of mine without shimmer. So there you go. Oh, and then I just stamped the body of the butterfly with my Memento ink and the yeah, those parts. I hope you enjoyed my video, crafters, and I hope you give it a try. I'll hope to see you next time. Have a good day. Bye.